Welcome back, everyone, to the next installment of Sentient. We got on the station, we had information to look for, and now we're going to continue to gather more information. We still didn't do what Dr. Lovey wanted from us, and we just got some reports and things of that sort. So now we are going to actually do our job. Which way is where I want to go? I believe it's going to be this way. I hope. 121. Okay, I'm doing it right. And 141. We want to be in 141. So this is the person Lovey told us to see. Sir, give a command. Give me report. Isn't that crazy? Let me have the radiation report. Take it. Took a while, but eventually I did it. Thing is, there are a lot of strange things going on in the corona, so the report is a little inconclusive. Someone's going to have this report referenced against the Kenyan report. If you really want to make an impression, getting those reports would look pretty impressive. Okay. Now we know we need to do that, so let's go and find the good doctor. So she's actually going to be back the way we came. Okay, so first of all, we can give her the radiation report. Here, have this report. Thanks. Damn it. By the look of this report, our existing data means nothing. We'll have to start from scratch. That'll mean reanalyzing and reevaluating the information we have concerning the Kenyan counts. If you could acquire the Kenyan report for me, I would be grateful. Well, that's perfect, because I have the Kenyan report. Here, take this report. Thanks. Good. Now perhaps I can establish exactly what hit our crew. I altered your past status while you were away, managed to clear you for the other levels of research. I thought you might benefit by seeing how things operate around here. I'm about to recalibrate this data. Come along and watch if you'd like. Right. What? Alright, guess we're following you now. Now these look like... Is this a teleporter? Yeah, she went to research 1. So we're on 2, because when I pressed X, it just showed me 2. So we're going up a floor? Of course this is a teleporter, but that kind of reminded me of... Oh, jeez. Waste no time. That kind of reminded me of the graph shafts in System Shock 2. That said, though, this game's control scheme kind of reminds me of System Shock 1. Just the whole taking time to look up and down and everything, like you can't move when you do it. It's really funky, and like the whole menu system. Oh jeez. Well, that's kind of more Maniac Mansion, I think. Where are you taking us? Oh, in here. Okay. Oh, we've been in here. Almost dizzying, isn't it? Just, here we are, we're in space. Well, I'll see if she does her job, I guess. Should I be somewhere? Like now I'm actually... Oh, we should be receiving the results of the data tests any minute. Now what the heck is this? The analyzer is treating the data as though it were some kind of code. It's even providing the cipher. G S G S. This is unprecedented. Azera should be informed at once. This can't wait. I'll catch up with you later. Make use of the time. Enjoy your freedom. What little I managed to get for you. Okay. By the way, I should mention, when I first tried recording this, I was actually pretty slow at getting the items that I needed. And when I brought the radiation report to her, she said, "Oh, thanks, but I've already figured it out." And she just didn't need me. I was like, what do I do now? That was the wrong room. I actually want to go in 282. There we are. What are you? Looks like a computer override device. Don't mind if I do. And a mobile scanner. Yes, please. Okay, now at this point, in the previous installment, we were already told we need to see this engineer Garlock, and he doesn't like to be kept waiting. Well, that sure is a shame, because we kept him waiting. But we'll go ahead and see him now. So he is in... No, you know what? Before I want to do that... Yeah, before I do that, you know what? I'm still going to keep him waiting because I'm going to go back to Research Deck 2. There's something I missed. I want to go to room 181, so it's a good thing I'm facing that direction anyway. Yeah, here it is. Hey, buddy. I told you all already. I'll take part in no testing. Are you talking to the wrong... Really? Maybe I should have seen Garlock? Oh, great. A maze again? What happened to the Icarus? Ah, crap. Guess I'll be navigating this now. I hope I do it right. I really hope I do it right. The problem is, you can see these pillars here, but the exit pillars are not so obvious. Oh, there's the exit. How do I get there? Or am I right there? Oh, brilliant. That was easier than I thought. Yay. Oh.
Promised only a clue.
A clue, then.
What?
Mother?
Rings within rings. Wasn't that what you said on Zerky?
Jian. So, you are my wife.
Find me again and I'll give you another.
Oh my god, that was freaking... Like, this game is weird. You'll be fine. I didn't realize. No time to check things. I thought you were... Well, they said I'd be fine. Said I'd contracted this radiation disease, but I know what really happened. The science crew of this ship are trying to kill me. What? I was fine. There was nothing wrong with me until they took me to medical research. They gave me the illness, made me sick so they could watch the effects, locked me up to suffer while they wrote reports. They're experimenting on me, using me for some strange plan they have. We suspected all along. The engineers, they won't take it. We have plans. We just needed evidence. Now I have evidence. I just need to get away, tell someone what they did to me. The engineers, they won't take it. They won't stand by and see people like me suffering. Tell them. We must tell them about what we know. About the testing. Something. We turn to the skies. Where else can we turn now? Damn, okay. Bye. Jerk. I mean, he is sorry, but... freaking shot me. Okay, well, now we can go ahead and see this guy, Garlock. Yeah, engineering. And I was told to meet him in his quarters. Peace within. Thank you. I was told to meet him in his quarters, so let's go and look for those. 372. 384. 311. We've come full circle. Well, not full circle, but we've wrapped around anyway. 312. This should be where he is. Now, let's not waste too much time on formality. Oh, you! All you need to know is that my staff and I are concerned about recent events aboard the station. I'm taking a risk assuming that because you're new here, you have no affiliations with any of the renegade groups I suspect are in operation. Myself and my crew can't be certain of what's going on, and we can't trust the other faculties. You have access to and the trust of the medical team, certainly to a greater extent than I. I would ask you to use that position to gain information about the state of the station, and then bring that information back to me. I hope we can work together on this, Garrett. In fact, I would be interested to hear anything you may know already. That's my cue, so now I can tell him all the special stuff I know. The big cheese senator is on the ship. Okay, nothing. We turn to the skies. Nothing. The science personnel have been trying to reduce the orbit in order to increase the quantity of Kenyon's mind. Good lord, no wonder they're so tightly knit. If the medical section are party to this, we haven't got a hope. Security can't be trusted to do anything about it. Gerald has lost all control. He's constantly mumbling to himself, sure enough, sure enough. It's as if he refuses to accept that there's a problem at all. I think he's losing his grip. Oh, sure enough. Huh. Anyway, the medics don't know what's going on. Even the medical staff don't know who is trying to do what. At least we have a chance of doing something about the science personnel. If the medics really don't know what's happening, they won't stand in our way. I have work I must attend to. Please keep me informed. Everything about the situation stinks of Azera. He must be the instigator of all the conflict between the departments. If we can find some proof that he's behind this, he'll have no choice but to hand over the data to enable us to correct the orbit. Garrett, I need you to find some evidence of Azera's involvement in the station's orbit decay. Once we have that, we'll be in a far better position to dictate terms. I do have evidence. But first, about the ship's orbit decaying. Dr. Azera is secretly decreasing the ship's orbit. Holman Azera. He seems to think he can get away with anything he likes. It's up to us, up to you, to do something about it. We need some concrete evidence. Hearsay isn't enough. Speaking of which, I have Azera's report, don't I? I'm giving you this report. Thanks. No matter what else I do, I will ensure that Azera pays for this outrage. There is no way Azera would have implemented this orbit without having some way of rectifying it, but I know Azera would never concede simply because we suspect him. This evidence is just what we need. I know it's crude, but blackmail is our only option. If we can't find some way of stabilizing the orbit decay forced by the scientists, the station will burn up with everyone on board. Take the report. It may be useful. I prefer to say very little. Thanks for walking in and choosing to say that. Freaking bizarre. Why are you in his quarters anyway? But, alright. Now I need to... Looks like they're not at home. Did she come in intending to talk to him? And he left? When one lives in filth, it is only a matter of time before one acts as filth. Okay. But did she actually intend to talk to him? Because that would actually be really cool. That's the thing with this game. There's lots of stuff that goes on in real time. There are conversations that we have surely missed already. Even though they're just idle, like, how are you doing today conversations. They're around. So, in any case, I need to go to Research 1. Now, the reason I know this is, of course, I'm using a guide. I would be totally lost without it. But you can ask people where other people are, and you can even ask them to lead you to them, which is super cool. But in any case, our next objective is... Actually, we're kind of close. Room 271. I hope we go backwards this way. We should. 83 and 84. 82. I think we're doing it right. $271. Beautiful. There he is. So this is like the shady bad guy, I guess. So, alright. There he is. What is happening? I'm on the verge of a monumental breakthrough. The Anamnesis Cradle project is almost complete. Soon mortality shall be a thing of the past. If I can find a way of stabilizing the Kenyan cultures used during mind life, it shall be possible to suspend a person's mind, allowing for complete biological overhaul, while the mind is in stasis and away from the danger of sympathetic mental regression. It shall become possible to make a body young once more. This must not go further, medic. I trust that you as a doctor will appreciate the importance of my work. Okay, fair enough. But now... make a statement. Oh, Azera has experiments, so I actually can let this leak. But also, we talked to Garlock, so Garlock knows your plan. I have informed Garlock about your plan to increase the quantity of Kenyans. Very interesting, and I suppose you can prove these allegations? He just turns away like a jerk. Okay, this is a bit tricky because I don't think I want to give him the report because that'll compromise my mission, because then I won't have the report. But what I can do is make a statement. I have... Isn't that insane? How do you figure this game out? How do you play this blind? How? I have got your report. You're very clever, Shirova. Garlock has found a good messenger boy in you, hasn't he? Quite frankly, my actions are of no concern of Garlock's. However, to keep him happy, I'll give you the procedure for realigning the orbit. Take this blank disk. You can use it to copy the current orbital data from the telemetry control machine. Once you have that data, you can get the correct thruster adjustments from the captain's terminal. I have a program running on that machine to calculate the adjustments needed for orbit realignment. What you do with the data you receive there then becomes solely your concern. Okay, that actually went pretty well. So at this point, we're going to go back to engineering again. By this point, you're seeing all these numbers as I pass them. I think you might be getting an idea of how navigation works. So it does help, because without maps, it's so bad. But these numbers are highly useful. In any case, engineering 1. Oh, perfect. I actually spawned. Actually appeared right in front of it. Here it is. Once again, how do I know what the hell to look at? My mouse cursor. Nothing, nothing. Hey! Nothing, nothing, nothing. So that's the telemetry control board. Apparently that's the telemetry control board. Classic engineering machine, no screens, but very important. So what I do is I have this unformatted disk, a console data disk with no info. So I use it on, and I could use it on my own items if I wanted to, but item in room. Be advised, transfer of telemetry data complete. Ejecting disk. I love how it just drops it on the floor. Computers in the 80s didn't do that. Why should these? Computer disk. A console data disk containing data. Really? The data disk contains data? Huh. Oh, orbital disk. Okay. So we will take it. Now remember, he told me I could then use this in the captain's office, so that is what I intend to do. This is in Geodome, Deck 3. Okay, so for here, we want to move out a little bit to 262. I am getting very lucky guesses with which teleporter I use. I'm appearing right in front of the rooms I need to. So 262, Captain's office. Oh. Oh, just shelves. Alright. The engineering comms relay. Okay. Captain's terminal. Okay. So, sure enough, I take the orbital disk and use it on the Captain's terminal. Be advised, data analysis procedure active. Calculating proposed orbit correction data. Be aware, data selection incomplete. Correcting checksum error. Be advised, proposed orbit correction data tally with telemetry realignment specifications now complete. Ejecting disk, procedure ends. There we are. Computer disk. All I could say is that it looks like a correction plan disk. Okay. Well, now that we have that, this can actually... This might save us, actually. Because remember, the whole problem with the station is that it's drifting in a dangerous direction, like toward the sun. That's the game's basic premise. And it might have been for this reason. So if we have the correction, we might be able to save everyone. So let's go to engineering. No, it's down the other way. And we can give this back to Garlock. He ought to know what to do. And if he can realign the station, then we might have just won. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and save. There we go. Okay, saving over. And for now, it is time to stop the installment. Well, we certainly made a lot of progress today, didn't we? We got superior clearance on our card, which allows us to access more floors on the ship, and this is because we got some reports for the good doctor who asked us to bring them to her. On time. Again, if we hadn't, she would have just said, oh, I did the thing myself. And again, I really don't know where we would go from there at that point. I'm sure there's a way to beat the game. I don't think you'd be locked out of it, but this game really, it can be demanding. In any case, our next goal was to hit up engineering after having found out that there's some sort of conspiracy going on, and it's our job to, I guess, help uncover this conspiracy. We talked to the person we assumed was the conspirator, and he gave us a disc that might allow us to correct the trajectory, at least correct the path that our space station is going, so maybe we won't freaking fall into the sun and die. Now I gotta go back to the engineer who sent me on that mission in the first place and see what happens from there. Man, this game. Until next time, everyone.